So that's right. I bought 100 comics for $25. 100.
It's amazing.
That is, can you beat that deal?
No.
25 cents a comic if you're not good at math. It was at our local comic shop, which is JHU Comics here on Staten Island. See, Brian's figuring it out now. And I'm going to tell you, it wasn't 100 of crappy comics. It's 100 pretty good comics, probably about 7 or 8 keys in here, and all for 25 cents.
I have no idea what is about to be revealed. I have not seen these. I have not heard of what they are.
We have not discussed this before.
We haven't really talked about them.
So what happens is once a year at our local comic shop, JHU Comics, again, they have a back issue sale, and they take out about...
I missed this sale.
I know you did. You know, it was for 2 days. You could have went the second day. They take out about 20 or 30 boxes of back issues, and the more you buy, the cheaper it is. If you buy, they're $1 a comic. If you buy over 25, I think it's 50 cents a comic. If you buy 100 or more, it's 25 cents a comic. So I actually brought a small box with me, a short box. So I have a short box. And
that's 100 comics.
That's 100 comics. So I filled up my short box, just going through the bins. There was about, I guess when it opened, there was a line of about 5 or 6 people, some local collectors, some local dealers who just do it to get the deal and they're reselling it. But they've been doing it once a year, and you definitely get some good stuff. And they buy collections, so the stuff that they don't think they could sell at the store, they throw in these bins and then they open them up. So let's jump in and see what I bought.
Any Skate Man in there?
No Skate Man. Death Head #1. It's the first key from Marvel. It's a UK edition, and it's the first appearance of Death's Head.
There's some really cool history behind that Marvel UK thing. It's something I would really think we should do a whole video on.
That's the Marvel UK logo right there. So was sold primarily in the UK.
There's some very interesting stuff that happened around that character.
Yeah. So so there you go. #1, first appearance. And then I bought Death's Head #1.
Well, Death's Head 2 #1.
It's key #2 because it's the first appearance of Death's Head 2.
Right.
Also a Marvel UK. I actually don't think I've ever seen these before.
That's a cool cover. I really like the art on that.
And he's killing Death Head #1 right there.
Right.
So that's the second book here. Here's the third book. Death Head #1.
Now, when is that from?
This is from the 90s, I believe, or maybe 2000s, because it's $3.99, so it's recently. This is a more adult one.
He looks very much like a 2000 AD character, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks like he's
very British.
Jumped right out of Judge Dredd.
Yeah, yeah.
So 3 Death Heads #1. Didn't even know they existed. New Invaders #5.
Cool.
I'm a big Invaders fan. Recently finished reading the first series, so I figured I'd start picking these up and reading them.
Yeah?
You may.
Let me just see this real quick.
New Invaders #7.
Oh.
There you go.
Cool. It's nice.
New Invaders #8. Remember, a quarter each.
That
not $3.
What's that character called? The Flaming Skull?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's cool. Not Ghost Rider.
25 cents.
Yeah, not Ghost Rider.
That's New Invaders #9. So I actually picked up #1 a while back, but for 25 cents, how can you go wrong?
No, you can't beat it. You can't.
Gamma Flight #3. It's a recent issue.
Nice.
It's one of the only ones I needed. I don't know how I missed this when it first came out.
Oh, that looks like it's connected to Immortal Hulk.
It is.
Based on that cover. Yeah.
It's all of them, the Gamma.
That's Rick Jones, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Hail Hydra #1. I like these stories. They did a couple of these one-shots with Hydra. Night Mask #3. I think I'm going to start collecting the New Universe stuff.
Nice.
They're in the dollar bins.
Pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah. They're always in the dollar bins. I bought them when they first came out years ago. It was when I was really collecting them. I think I might recollect them. 1/4. Cloak and Dagger. This is from a recent miniseries, 2 of 3. It's the Spider Island series.
Oh, that's
a bunch of crossovers.
That's the big Spider-Man crossover. Yeah. Everybody in Manhattan gets spider powers.
So I thought it was a nice. I really was just grabbing stuff that I would actually like. Spider Woman #6.
I love these covers.
Me too. From a couple of years back. Remember, a quarter. Squadron Supreme #1.
Can't go wrong with the Squadron Supreme.
Alex Ross cover. The Incredible, and there was some older stuff, so it wasn't just new stuff.
Ooh.
Incredible Hulk 315.
That's a good one.
That's a quarter.
That's a really good one.
And this is a good time. This is a John Byrne.
Yeah, no, that's a really good one.
A quarter.
That's a key book.
One of my favorite covers of all time, 316, when he's fighting the Avengers.
Yes.
Another John Byrne.
Right.
Iron Man, number 175.
Cool.
That's old, too.
Yeah.
Cheaper than when it first came out, which was 60 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man, 194. The third key. This is the first appearance of Scourge, and it's the death of the Enforcer.
Nice.
Scourge ends up joining the West Coast Avengers later on. Iron Man, number 195. With Shaman from Alpha Flight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's Rhodes.
Yep. Nice.
Iron Man 196.
Got a lot of Iron Man, huh?
It was for a quarter, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
How could I not buy it? Seriously, how could I not buy it for the quarter?
I don't know.
Iron Man 97. Secret Wars 2 crossover.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Iron Man 198. So I got a bunch of Iron Mans in a row. What had happened was they had just recently bought a very large collection of 1980s and 90s books, and they had a bunch of them in there. And that's, I started collecting a bunch of these a couple of years back.
And no Skate Man. I can't believe it.
I didn't have Skate Man. Iron Man 199. I know you're going to be looking for it now when we go out.
Oh, yeah.
Iron Man 201. Iron Man 202.
That's the silver and red version.
I like that one. That's the one that reminds me of the West Coast Avengers.
Right.
Iron Man 217.
This is an aside, but did you see that West Coast Avengers set that's coming out with the action figures?
Yeah.
Like a 6-figure set.
They're so hard to
Guys,
display,
look those
though.
up. Oh, so cool.
Iron Man 235. And then I bought some Fantastic Four, because I'm going to finish it.
You are going to finish it.
Fantastic Four 254. This is our fourth key. It's the first appearance of Mantracora. It's a John Byrne cover.
Nice.
I'm a sucker for John Byrne
I just see you in a tuxedo with one of the little paddles.
Biting on number one.
Bidding on old Fantastic
Four
Fours.
255. I mean, these are usually appear in the dollar bin, but for a quarter, if you're buying them, I couldn't have gone wrong. Avengers 235.
That's an old one.
Yeah, right?
It's an Intellivision ad on the back.
I'll
tell you how old that is.
Captain America 284. There's a Frogger ad on the back.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't remember Frogger, the date to that time. Thor number 468.
Nice.
Fighting the Silver Surfer. It looks like a Ron Lim cover.
That's a nice one.
It's not though, but it looks like it.
Blood and Thunder.
Here's a good one. Talk about forgotten heroes. US 1, number 1. This is key number 5. This is a very interesting character. You should do one on this. You know about US 1?
No, I have no idea.
Al Milgrom wrote it.
Okay.
We
like Al Milgrom.
We love Al Milgrom. And check back, we did a whole interview with Al Milgrom. It was awesome. He told us a lot about behind the scenes stuff. I'll put a link right there. Check it out. This is the first appearance of the team, USA 1. It's the first appearance of a bunch of the characters that appear in there. Here are the names. Papa Wheelie, Wide Load Annie, Jeff Archer, who's the star. That's Jeff Archer. This ran for 12 issues.
Is it like all driving oriented?
It's all like truck oriented.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And it's written by Al Milgrom.
Brilliant.
12 issues.
Highwayman.
Highwayman's another name, and U.S. Archers. They're all first appearance of this comic of like 7 or 8 characters.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Brian will be doing a full-length video on US 1 at some
High
point
Adventure trucking down the highway. High Adventure trucking down the highway. And look at that headband. Look at a headband on that guy.
We have an episode coming up where Brian looks at 5 of the characters that are forgotten, and a lot of characters like this one.
I wish I had remembered US 1.
Comic jump on a trend.
Who was this guy?
That's the villain. Comics jump on a trend. He's called Bridge Toll.
No.
I'm kidding. A lot of comics jump on a trend. Disco, roller skating. This is the trend of the highway.
The villain's name is Congestion Pricing.
Yeah.
That's a little
Traffic.
Joke, a little joke for you New York people.
The villain's name is Traffic. It's an interesting, and it's funny because when I was buying it, the owner of the store was laughing at it. He was like, I'm glad someone picked it up. I love those kind of, like, I love them. And Milgram did the cover too, so
it's cool. I like it.
He's doing a lot with it.
Yeah.
Still picking up those Ultimates. Ultimate Power #1.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate Power #2.
Nice.
Ultimate Power #3. Ultimate Adventure #1.
Oh, cool.
I've been collecting this series for a long time. It is not easy to find the Immortal Iron Fist.
Oh, I read that series.
It's a really good series. I only need 4 more issues, and this was one of the issues I needed, and it was in the quarter bin. I usually pay like $2 or $3 for these because they're never in the dollar bin for some reason. I really don't know why.
That's a good series.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's hard to find though. So I was really surprised when I saw it in the dollar bin, and I was even more surprised when I saw this. This is a Marvel comic with the DC ad on the back.
Yeah, that's funny. Huh?
You don't normally see that.
Yeah, you don't see that.
And I was very surprised that it has an advertisement for a movie. Woman. I know. So it was weird. Monsters Unleashed #1. This is the key #6. This is the first appearance of Kid Kaiju.
Nice.
Who becomes a big character in this series.
Yeah.
So 6 keys already, all for a quarter.
Cool.
Night Stalker #4.
Night Stalker.
If you see, some of these things were marked at like $3 or $4 each.
Yeah.
And this was how much? A quarter.
One quarter.
For 1 cup of coffee. Oh, no, sorry. New Warriors #16.
Nice cover.
It really is, right?
Yeah, it's a good one.
The New Warriors Annual #3.
Cool.
This is key #7. It's the first appearance of Hindsight. That's 7 keys so far.
Hindsight.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with New Warriors characters at all.
I bought some variant covers from Recent. Young Justice #6.
Those are cool. I like that.
Young Justice #14.
Those are nice covers.
They are, right?
Yeah. I love
They're variants.
Yeah, this trend of like less text, more image on covers.
That's how they did. DC did their variant covers like that.
Yeah, it's really nice. I like it. Get the artist to do
Young
more.
Justice #19.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another new one too. This is Dark Crisis, World Without a Justice League, Green Arrow, and it's the actual character, how they would look.
Oh,
they did a bunch like this.
Pretty cool looking, actually. Yeah.
Justice League Canada #4.
Justice League Canada.
I actually didn't pick this series up when it came out.
That there was such
It's weird. I didn't pick it up when it came out.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It's actually Justice League International, but then they changed it to Justice League Canada. I don't know why I didn't pick this up, but I'm going to start.
Yeah, that's odd because considering the reputation that the old Justice League International had, you know?
And I picked up a big run of this Justice League Elite. It's just, I love the Justice League, and there's so many different titles. I recently finished the 1990s one. We were at the convention.
Right.
And now I'm going to start collecting other ones. And here's Justice League Elite #2. #3. #4. #5. #6.
Jesus.
#7. #8. #9. #10.
How many
number
issues were there?
11. #12. There were 12 issues.
There were only 12. So you got the full run.
I did not.
No? What was missing?
#1.
Oh.
They did not have #1 in the box, so I bought #2 to 12. I'm missing #1. Guess what I'll be on the lookout for at our next convention? I need #1. Justice League of America #21. It's an interesting series. I have some of it. I just haven't finished it. JSA #19.
Love the JSA.
Spectre. JSA #24. JSA number 32. Johnny Thunder.
Yep.
I'm a big JSA fan too. JSA #35. These are all books I would have bought in the dollar bin, but
In case anyone out there is wondering, the difference between the JLA, Justice League of America, and the JSA, the JSA is really the Golden Age heroes, the original Justice League.
So they came back in the early 2000s.
Right. So you get characters like Dr. Fate.
Yeah. Captain Midnight. JSA number 40.
The Spectre.
Jay Garrick Flash.
The Jay Garrick Flash.
JSA 41.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Shazam.
Oh, yeah. Shazam. Mm-hmm. The Hour Man.
Batman was a member.
Batman was a member, but he doesn't show up in these books, right?
No. JSA 42, this is a comparison. This is Mr. Terrific.
Oh, Mr. Terrific, right.
And this is Fair Play, I think his name is.
Fair Play.
It's what he's based on. He wears the same thing on his thing.
Yeah.
JSA number 43.
That Vandal Savage on the cover?
Vandal Savage.
All right. Vandal Savage is a great villain.
Great JSA villain, too.
Yeah.
JSA number 40.
Does Vandal Savage go back to the 40s?
No.
Okay.
No. But he has appeared against them now.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't date back that far. He first appears in a Flash comic.
Okay.
I don't remember the first appearance number. I'll post it.
Okay, we can look it up.
JSA 49. Bought a lot of JSAs too.
Nice.
JSA 63. JSA 68. It's an Alex Ross cover.
Oh.
The detail. I love his covers.
It's so good. So good.
Justice Society of America, which is a different line. That's 21. That's also an Alex Ross cover.
Mm-hmm. No, he did a lot of covers.
Look at how nice the Green Lantern is there. Identity Crisis number 7. It's an awesome cover.
Yeah, that's a really good cover. Yeah.
I remember seeing this. I thought I had it, and when I was
you don't have that series?
No, I don't.
It's an interesting series. It's kind of dark, but it's got some cool ideas. Amethyst.
The
Princess of Gemworld.
Amethyst number 7. It's a limited series. That's a George Perez cover.
Nice.
Amethyst number 10.
Was there a toy line?
George Perez
Amethyst?
cover.
Or am I thinking of like Crystar?
You're thinking of Crystar.
Probably, yeah.
This one was an issue on Focus. It was like a preview one. I've never heard of this one before. They only did one issue, which is weird because usually those previews ran for months.
Yeah.
And it's a free issue. This is back from the late 90s, I believe, during Millennium. And it only ran for one issue, though. Like, they only did one issue of Focus. It was from the summer of 87, I believe.
Weird.
Which I thought was really strange. Like,
That's
why didn't it run for like months and months and months where they previewed the upcoming comics?
Millennium.
Weird. It was that one. I've never seen it before, never heard of it. And I was collecting big in 87.
Yeah.
Most of my paycheck was going to the money. JLA Black Baptism number 2.
Ooh.
JLA Black Baptism number 3. JLA Black Baptism number 4. Again, missing number 1.
This is like the things they give out now.
Yeah, I know, but that only ran for one issue.
It's so weird.
JLA Incarnations number 7.
Nice.
Listen, I went through a JLA box and just grabbed everything they had.
Right.
Wonder Woman Annual number 8. She's fighting Grodd, and she's a gorilla herself. Dead Man number 2. It was a limited series.
Very nice.
World's Finest number 292. World's Finest is when Superman and Batman teamed up. A new story every month. Blood Syndicate Season 1, issue number 1. This is a variant cover.
Blood Syndicate?
Yeah, it's from that Milestone.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's number 1 variant cover. Here is number 2's Pride variant cover.
Yeah, that's cool. Nice.
Amazing Man number 2. It's just that's a comedy title.
Has a Gru the Wanderer feel to it.
Amazing Man number 3. I think I need number 1 and 4.
There you go.
Superman, The Secret Years, number 2.
Superman. Never heard of him.
I know. Maybe he'll be popular one day. Superman, The Secret Years, number 3. The funny part about this one was I had already purchased number 1 and 2 at some point at a convention and had them to find these.
Nice.
In the dollar bin.
GoBots ad.
GoBots ad on the back.
Well, monogram model kit.
Some of the best parts of these old comics are the ads on the back.
Yeah.
Green Lantern number 185. This is key number 8. This is the first telling of the origin story of John Stewart.
Oh.
This is actually a big issue.
That's a really good issue.
Like
Yeah.
I saw it online, like graded ones for like a couple $100.
That's a great find.
25 cents.
Great find.
I thought so. Faces of Evil, Solomon Grundy, number 1.
One of my favorite villains.
Me too. So they did a whole bunch of Faces of Evil with different characters. Jeff Johns wrote Scott Collins art.
Yeah.
The Society Divided JSA All Stars number 1. $4.50 cover. $4.50 on there. I only paid a quarter for it. Aztec the Ultimate Man number 1. $6 on there.
Who's writing that?
This is written by
Grant
Grant
Morrison.
Morrison.
Thought so. Grant Morrison issue. Number 1.
There you go.
He created that character and then included him in his Justice League run. Along with
Yeah, he
Zoriel.
pops up every once in a while. He actually appears in some of the toy lines too every once in a while.
He didn't die in JLA?
I don't know.
I thought he
I don't know
died.
much about the character.
I have to go look back at it.
Angel Love number 1.
That's cool.
I know nothing about it, but saw it and said, you know what, it's a DC comic from the 80s. I'm going to pick it up and read it.
A romance from the 80s,
There you go.
too. That's unusual.
Which I thought so too. You never seen a comic like it.
Oh, cool.
Listen, I picked up some weird stuff,
Yeah.
like Judge Dredd's number 1 from DC Comics.
Awesome. I didn't know DC did any
Me
Dredd
neither
comics.
until I saw it.
Wow. And that's got an autograph on it.
Oh, I didn't
Did you
even
notice that?
I didn't notice it till just now. It has the author's autograph on it.
Andrew Helfer.
There you go.
You were
Brian noticed it, didn't notice it.
Signed copy of that.
Signed copy of Judge Dredd. Brian, I didn't even notice that.
Judge Dredd number 1.
I bought it because it was Judge Dredd number 1 and it was DC.
Yeah, I didn't know DC
Wow.
did Judge Dredd.
Me neither.
I wonder if those are reprints or if they're original stories.
I'll let you know.
They probably are original stories since they have
Bought another Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd from IDW, Cry Wolf.
Nice.
Cry of the Werewolf. It looked, the cover looked awesome, so.
Dredd is always good.
Everyone has done Dredd. Catman and Kitten, number 1 from Dynamite.
Nice.
Listen, it was a quarter. Why would I? And I had to get to 100, so I started digging. The Mark, number 1.
Catman was a character
He's a DC character also.
way back when.
Yeah. That was just another
Ooh,
weird
Dark
one.
Horse, is it Dark Horse
An
Presents?
early Dark Horse.
Yeah. I have
Early Dark Horse
the
comic.
Mark.
Yeah.
Cool.
Eclipse Comics, Who Done It, number 3. Just looked interesting.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, Eclipse was a good company.
I know.
Actually.
The Shade Special, number 1.
That's from DC or?
It's from AC.
Oh, okay. So it's not the shade I'm thinking of.
No.
Okay.
Cover just looked cool.
Great cover. Yeah.
Might stink, but. Underdog 1975, number 1.
Oh.
I love Underdog. Always been a fan.
Well, you see, there's a whole line
Yeah.
back here. Oh, that's
From
American
our friends
mythology.
at American Mythology.
American mythology. Yeah.
We actually interviewed the owner of American Mythology back on our podcasting days.
Primarily because of the Fright Night comic that they put out.
That's exactly why. He
Yeah.
put out Friday and he agreed to do an interview with
Right.
us. Dark Horse Mecha number 1.
Cool.
That's
And with
for you.
oh, thank you.
And-
With an advertisement from Mark
There you go.
on the
And
back.
Dune number 1.
Very cool.
That's also for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, House of Atreides.
So I saw Dune and then that
Nice.
looked more like your.
Very cool. Thank you. Thank you.
So that's it. Actually, 102 comics. Because
Very nice.
Those were 2 more
Nice.
for $25. If you can beat that, let us know. Let us know what you think about some of the stuff I bought. If you've read some of the stranger stuff, I've never read Judge Dredd from DC. I never read The Mark.
I didn't even know DC published any Dredd stuff.
So I got 100 new books to read.
That's awesome.
For $25.
Great stuff.
Mrs. Farley was not mad. It was only $25.
a
And I
big bargain.
walked in with this box filled with comics. I was like, $25.
Nice.
Thanks for watching. If you want to help us out, check us out on Patreon. What's our Patreon?
Oh, sorry. It's patreon.com/collectors confessions.
Every dollar helps us to buy more stuff to entertain you with.
And increase production values.
There you go, increase production value. We need new microphones.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And you get some extra stuff. You get bloopers from our videos. You get some behind the scenes stuff. The unedited versions are very interesting to watch. We have a couple episodes coming up where we talk about the best characters from India and Japan. The bloopers and uncut on those are going to be worth the watch. Watch Brian try to pronounce heroes from India's names.
Lord. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
We'll see you next time.